Guys, let me tell you why just be yourself is not particularly good advice for men. We hear it all the time, don't we? Just be yourself, or they should like you for who you are. This isn't advice that gets you results, especially with women, because just being yourself for the vast majority of men is not going to get you anywhere. Because, like it or not, life is a game. And if you don't play the game, then you don't get prizes. It's as simple as that. So let me tell you why this is particularly bad advice for men, especially men who are trying to attract women. If just being yourself means that you don't have to have any accountability, or you don't have to work on anything, you don't have to improve in any way, because just being who you are should be enough for somebody, and you're just going to wait some unknown amount of time until that person wanders into your life, likes everything they see without any judgment or any kind of thought about what it is that you do, what is it that makes you yourself, because they are liking you for you. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Now, there might be some very, very rare exceptions to the rule for extremely fortunate and lucky men who are just born into wealth, or they have great genetics, they just happen to have a really handsome face, they find it easy to keep their body fat percentage down, and they find it easy to gain muscle, and they're just an anomaly with regard to all the other men around. But let's face it, the rest of us, we are not that. So just being yourself isn't going to get you anywhere, and it isn't going to get you women. Because if yourself is sat around playing video games and then spending $200-300 in the bar at the weekend, and then you're hungover Monday, Tuesday, and you're in a bad mood, and you're down in the dumps, and you're not very social, and you're living a lifestyle which just builds anxiety within you, and you don't really feel connected to the world around you because you don't get yourself out there, and you don't network, and you don't build relationships with people in stronger positions than you, and let that bring you up to new levels and new places in life that you can experience more abundance with regard to the opportunities that you have and the people that you have access to, then no one is going to like you for yourself if you are in that position. You need to get yourself in a position where you can attain all those things that I just listed. And it's not easy, but it's not super, super difficult either. I mean, there is difficulty to it, but once you can gain momentum and get the ball rolling and tick off the first thing on the list and the next thing on the list, then that momentum can just become your friend, and it can feed your confidence, and it can feed your discipline. And what is really attractive to a woman is a confident, disciplined man who has evidence that he can do difficult things and get results. And some of these things are as simple as just not eating that crap that you eat every day. Get rid of the sugary treats and all the refined carbohydrates and get a healthy, nutritious diet. Get that in place, and then once you've done that, get yourself to the gym. Get fucking jacked. I mean, mate, you don't have to get super jacked. Just get in shape at the very least. Put on some muscle, get the fat percentage a bit lower down, get a shape to you, which is the shape that pretty much all women find attractive, whether they say it or not. It's something that they just inherently are. Get that kind of V-taper shape where your shoulders are a bit wide, you've got a decent sized back and lats, and your waist is narrower than both of those two. That's pretty much all you have to do. I mean, obviously you don't have chicken legs either. Work on your legs, don't skip leg day. You don't have to go crazy, you don't have to be a bodybuilder. Just be in relatively decent shape, especially if you're shorter. If you're shorter, then you really need to focus on being in really good shape, get your finances in check, have decent game, be funny, be captivating, be charming. These are not things that, I mean, yes, some people are gifted in these areas like just by luck in the beginning, but these aren't things that you can't work on. You can build all of these things. You can become a funnier guy. You can become a more charming and more captivating guy when you talk to people. These are just things that if you don't have, it's going to take a little bit of work to get there, but you can do it. And you should make it a part of your journey to assess and acknowledge which of these areas you are lacking in, and then once you've identified them, then you can start doing the work and playing the game as everybody else is. Because if you're looking at that guy over there and he's got style, he's dressed well, he's in good shape, he's He seems to be captivating when he talks to people. People listen, they pay attention, and he's got a purpose in life. He's doing something that makes him significant wealth. Then he didn't just happen to be in that position. He recognized that if he wants to get things out of life, and especially if he wants to attract beautiful women into his life, then that is what they are drawn to, and that is what they gravitate to. And that guy did the work to get there. He's probably started where you are, or somewhere very similar. So don't let anybody tell you that just being yourself and that somebody is just going to come along and like you for you without you having to change or take any accountability for anything about who you are and what you do and the habits you have, because they are setting you up for failure. And if you buy into this lie, essentially, then you're also part of the problem. So challenge that piece of advice when it comes to you. And I mean, you don't have to challenge it verbally to the person. You can just be like, yeah, okay, cool. But challenge it within yourself. Say, but who am I? You know, if just being myself today is this version of me, and I do this, this, and this, how many of these are getting me further in life? How many of these are allowing me to level up as a man? How many of these are actually positive and contributing to the growth of the person that I am and the development in the direction that is going to attract the things in life which is going to make my life more satisfying? Because once you look at those things and you've got the vast majority of them are not really doing anything for you, they're keeping you lazy, they're keeping you unhealthy, they're keeping you unfit, and they're not putting you in places where you're able to make connections that can facilitate some growth, then those are the things you've got to work on. And the sooner you do it, the sooner your life is going to turn into something which you can be really proud of, and you can enjoy a lot more attention from women and other cool people. So don't take that advice, but do take this advice. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below on the things that you think you can work on, or whether you've done the work, and leave a little bit of information for the viewers of the channel so they can see that it really does work, because I promise you it does, and there are plenty of examples out there. So if somebody has done this and they are experiencing a much better and much more fulfilling life because of it, let everybody know down in the comments. And with that, I will catch you in the next one, guys. Peace out.